At 5:08, everyone's here, right? No, except for Olivia. Everyone's here except for Olivia. Okay, first things first, we're going to approve the minutes from our last meeting, which was not last Friday, but the Friday before that. So can I please get a motion to approve the minutes?
I motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any
Who's
abstentions? Motion clearly
Aye.
passes.
Yeah, it'll be me and Francis this whole
What did you
time.
say?
Y-E-U-N-G. Sorry, it's my name now.
Okay, yeah, let's just keep those motions. Just note that the motions are different now, like we changed the verbiage, just keep that in mind. Yeah, motion clearly passes 7-0-0. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay, so now on to new business. So the first request we're looking at is for a completely different note. It, I believe, is a recording. Warda, you did this one and you said we do not fund recordings. So it's a recording. We don't fund recordings. Does anyone have any discussion about that?
No, it's in the policies.
They wanted funding for a Christmas album in case anyone couldn't hear that. And
Okay.
that would be sold or given
Yeah.
away, and that's not
Yeah.
something that we do.
Yeah, for policy note, we can't fund anything where we can't control what they do with it. Like
Exactly.
intellectual property, it's much too difficult to govern, and it's in the policies, we can't do it.
Marvelous. Okay, can I please get a motion to not fund this
Alright.
request?
How do I word this now that it's been changed?
Just like, I just read the whole thing.
Okay, so USG Funding staff finds request ID 16367 from a completely different note, not compliant with funding policies and ineligible for funding.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. Next one is for American Sign Language Club. I believe this is for, oh, Alex, you did this one.
Yeah, I did this one. So they're going on like an alt-break style trip. So there's two elements to it. They have a car rental, which we're looking at, and then they're going to have an Airbnb, the hotel. Policies say they get 50% funding. So,
Is that what we're doing?
yes.
Amazing. Okay, can I please get a motion for this car rental?
Yep. USG Funding staff finds request ID 15819 from the American Sign Language Club, Yukon compliant with funding policies, and eligible for funding up to $389.39.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions?
I don't want to copy and paste.
Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next one is the Airbnb that Alex was just talking about.
Yep.
We're funding it at 50 because it's an alt break. Can I please get a motion?
Same thing. USG Funding staff finds request ID 15822 from American Sign Language Club, Yukon compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $1,600.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next one is for Ballroom Dance Club. Francis, you did this one. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, it was just for registration.
Okay. And they let everyone in? As in they don't have any cuts, caps, tryouts, dues, anything like that?
No.
Cool beans. So funding at 95% because there are no, Kelly, if there's any time that you're like not catching up, just like let me know, okay?
You're doing great.
We're partially funding at 95% for this registration. Can I please get a motion?
USG Funding staff finds request ID 15906 from Ballroom Dance Club, Yukon compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $598.50.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next two are for Shabbat Jewish students.
Do we want to bundle them?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay.
So we originally voted to fund these, but since we voted on that, the event has moved off campus, and we don't fund contractual requests that aren't on campus. So we're not funding this anymore. And the group understands and knows this, and that's just what's going to happen. So can I please get a motion to not fund these two requests?
Okay. USG Funding staff find request ID 15301 and 15498 from Chabad Jewish Student Association, not compliant with funding policies and ineligible for funding.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Where's Fred?
He stepped out to get paper.
Sorry.
Can you just say aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion closed.
Sorry, Omar.
7-0.
I'm making motions, so I don't want to get confused.
The next one is for cordial. This one is a contractual request. It's the same deal.
Oh, excuse me.
for
sneeze.
recording, and we are not funding it. So can I please get a motion for this request?
USG Funding staff funds request ID 16392 from Cordials of the Yukon, not compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding money.
Second.
The dollar
Can put
sign's
the,
a mistake, I'm going to fix it
Wait,
later, don't
hold
worry
on.
about it. First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis.
What was the discussion on that? What's
It's the same thing. They want a recording, and we can't pay for that because of intellectual. It's too hard for us to control intellectual property once it's released to the group.
Okay.
All purchases remain the property of USG,
Um,
but they could sell it much
Can I
too
say
easily.
who the vote goes to? Have we voted yet? First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye. Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next one is for climbing club. Alex, you wanna talk about this one?
So I don't remember it very well, but I did make sure I spoke to them. Oh, they want some sort of equipment.
Okay.
Climbing club is the open to everyone. Climbing team is the one with the tryouts.
I did know that.
So, well, I have it in writing. I remember the club was confused at why I had to ask that question.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so Climbing Club is eligible for 95% funding on equipment and supplies, and that's what I recommended for them.
Sounds good. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Sure. USG Funding staff funds request ID 15966 from Climbing Club Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $580.36. Kelly, are you okay?
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly
I
passes,
didn't hear any of the
7-0-0.
discussion.
Huh?
I didn't hear any of the discussion.
I'll
If it's
repeat.
like,
I'm gonna repeat to you the discussion
Yeah,
right now.
worthy.
Kelly is. Can we give Kelly a second to catch
Yes.
up? I'm gonna get some water.
Can you fill mine up too, please?
Yeah, just give it to me. I'm just going right there.
No, I know. That's what I just want to like move.
Yeah. So anyway, whenever you're ready for me to repeat the discussion about Climbing Club, tell me. Excuse me, thirsty lad. Put that in minutes.
Thirsty lad.
Omar, did you know you're my hero?
I try. I'll take it as a compliment, thank you.
What,
Okay, so what was the discussion for this?
The discussion for Climbing Club is the one that's open to all climbing team has caps and cuts or whatever. However they do it, they're like a sports team. So Climbing Club gets 95% for equipment and supplies funding. Like it's important to discern Climbing Club has no caps, climbing team does have caps. I'm still getting water.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, did you get that, Kelly?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so the next two are for club softball. I believe they're for the same thing, however, Vishal, you did one, Warda, you did the other, so you guys want to just talk about them respectively?
Yeah, I don't know which, I did the first one, I think.
Yeah, the 145211.
Yeah, I did that. That was for, that.
Yeah.
Clarity. That it was fine. They bumped it back, but it's good for what it did.
Okay, sounds good.
What do you say? I couldn't hear.
This is a fine, well, first off, they have tryouts, so that's why we're funding at 90. And second off, this request is fine that it doesn't have a formal letter of intent because, that's just, the fees are set by the league, and that's okay that we don't need a formal letter of intent for that. Warda, how about yours? What do you have to say about yours? Hi, Derek. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, great. Kelly, copy and paste the discussion from the first request into the second request, please. Okay, so.
We're having a funding meeting.
Yes. We're funding both of these at 90%. Can I please get a joint motion for the both of these?
Sure, give me just a moment. USG Funding staff finds request IDs 14521 and 16462 from Club Softball Yukon Women's, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to, first is $476.28, the second is $317.52.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next request is for club tennis. This is for airfare. Francis, do you want to talk about it?
I think everything looked like, I forgot if it was like for a tournament or something, or a game.
I'm pretty positive this one, we originally looked at it and then we thought it was for nationals, but it didn't end up being, it's just a regular tournament. So there's no reason that we need like proof about them being accepted into nationals, because this isn't for nationals. So
Okay.
this is totally fine as long as we're fully funding it, because the price of the ticket doesn't go over $300 a ticket.
Mhm.
So that's good for that. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Sure. USG Funding staff finds request ID 16015 from
No,
what?
4 first.
What? Oh, sorry, I looked at 4 and said 5.
Well,
But they're, okay, I'm not saying anything. 16014 from Club Tennis Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $1,887.20.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. Next one is also club tennis. I believe this is for the same event.
Mm-hmm.
We tabled it, didn't need to table it, so now we're voting on it, it's all good. We are partially funding it because there's a $122 cap, and that's all I gotta say. Can I please get a motion for this request?
USG Funding staff finds request ID 16015 from Club Tennis Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $732.00.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 7-0-0. The next one is for club track and field. This is for a hotel. Warda, you did this one. You want to talk about it?
It's a request for their nationals. I believe national championship meet at Miami University is what it says in their request.
Okay.
And yeah, I looked at everything. It was all good.
Okay, do we have like proof that they're actually in it?
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, so we need to get that proof. Were they requesting for the team or for like individual people? Do you remember?
No, I don't. Let me open it up.
It's not a big deal. We need to get proof either way.
We can always say funding is contingent upon them providing us with certain paperwork.
That's good. Let's do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can I please get a motion for Kelly? Can you put that in the minutes? That
She's working on it.
okay, cool. That the funding is contingent upon the group providing us proof that they have been accepted into nationals. Can I please get a motion for this request?
USG Funding staff finds request ID 16434 from Club Track and Field, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $1,582.00.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next one is for cycling team. This one is a trip. So,
Oh, there's one of these I totally made an error on. I wonder when we're going to find that one out.
okay, well, we'll come to that when we need to. Okay, so this one, we've already voted on it. However,
What happened?
Cameron came in to meet with me, and he was like, is there anything you can do? And I was like, well, you missed the 6-week deadline. He was like, well, technically, the 6-week deadline is March 16th. And I was like, then why did you put March 15th? And he was like, we need a check, and I wasn't sure if the check would be cut in time on Saturday, so I put Friday so we could get the check. And I was like, well, that doesn't meet the 6-week deadline, it doesn't meet policy. He was like, is there anything you can do? And I said, I can return the request to you, and you can change the date funds will be needed to be March 16th, and then we can vote on it, like the funding stream staff, because it's not my decision alone. So now my question to you guys is, how do you feel about that? Like, are we okay with giving the cycling team the funding because they have gone and changed the date the funds will be needed, and now it is compliant with our policies, or what?
It's compliant with our policies, which you just said.
Yes.
The date funds are needed is now the date that the
The date that the event
tournament's
actually
happening,
starts,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that's good, because we need to meet 6 weeks, and it needs to meet, like, money must be at or before the date of the first day of the event they're going to, so this sounds fine.
Yep.
This doesn't seem sketchy, it's not like they had to speak to anybody to get an extension.
Nope.
That sounds reasonable, everything here seems within the realm of reason,
Cool.
so I think it's fine,
Okay. Sounds good. Well, if we're all in agreement, can I please get a motion for this request?
if I can find it. Oh, this is 15807, right?
Yep.
Okay. USG Funding staff finds request ID 15807 from Cycling Team, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $659.66.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next two are also for cycling team. One is done by Alex and one is done by Francis. So Alex, we'll let you talk about yours first.
Okay, based on what I remember and what's in the spreadsheet we're looking at, I'm thinking of a different cycling team thing, I think. This is, they missed the 6-week deadline by a substantial number. It was, according to what I wrote down, it was 2 weeks,
Okay.
which I believe.
Okay.
And there's no wiggle room with a 2-week miss,
Yes.
you know, especially for registration. So this should not be funded.
Sounds good. How about you, Francis?
Mine was for the same reason, the group has the 6-week deadline.
Okay, well, that's pretty
Like
much
substantially, right?
I think so.
Okay.
It was
Like-
at least 4 or 5 days.
Right. For what we were just discussing, one day that could be fixed, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Several days is not negligible.
Okay, so
Can I bundle them?
Yes, joint motion for both of these, please.
Alright, USG Funding staff funds request ID 16460 and 16461 from cycling team not compliant with funding policies and not eligible then for funding. Money.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
I.
Thank you for not saying anything, everyone. I love that.
Aye.
Any against? Any
I would make sure
abstentions?
you add, like, they missed the
Motion
funding-
clearly
the 60
passes,
deadline by-
7-0-0.
by a substantial amount.
The next one is for
Okay, so I think
dressage
maybe
team.
maybe I should
That's
do
what
that
Francis
myself.
and I say that. This is for catering. Vishal, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, they were asking for gear, two types of gear. One was I forget exactly.
Wait,
what
why does
it's
dressage
called,
want
but,
catering?
You
Um, Anyway, they said it was frayed and could be safety concerns, so I went ahead and gave them.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Why does dressage have a catering request?
What was that?
What are you talking about?
Oh, this is a catering one.
Yeah.
Yes, dressage for catering. Why does
Alright, let me
dressage
look at
team?
this one real quick.
Okay, yeah, take a gander, please.
Oh, this is for the, they're hosting an event here,
Oh, okay.
and let me see. Yeah, they're requesting 1250 of criticism for 40 people, and because it was lunch or something, it was under per diem, so it was fine.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, can I please get a motion for this request?
Give me just a moment to open the tab. USG Funding staff funds request ID 16207 from Dressage Team Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $500.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next one is for drop the base. Kelly, copy and paste the notes from the cordials and the completely different note request.
think I
because
did
this
this
is also
one.
for recording.
But it's the same thing.
Wow, they all want recording?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
They're all
probably
like
really
in
helpful.
cahoots with each other. I mean,
Well, I'm
like,
the Acapella Association. I would hope they're in cahoots.
They're
but yeah.
in harmony with each other.
Okay,
Hey.
that's
Hey,
too much
I
for that.
picked up on that.
So yeah, we're not funding this. Can I please get a motion?
Yep, give me a sec. USG funding staff. Where did it go? It's R. USG funding staff funds request ID 15800 from Drop the Base. Pass. Not compliant with funding policies and ineligible for funding.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to
R.
Francis. All in favor say aye. Any against? Any
You can't fund this
abstentions?
because we have control. of
Motion clearly passes,
That's
7-0-0.
what I said.
Next one is for EERI Seismic Design Team. I did this one. It's
Cool.
in Canada. We don't fund trips to Canada.
God darn.
Kelly, do put that in the
No,
minutes.
Do you want me to put it down?
But yeah, no, I'm making a mess. Yeah, so we don't fund trips to Canada. That's pretty much the end of that. Can I please get a motion for this?
Yep. USG funding staff funds request ID 16494 from EERI Seismic Design Team not compliant with funding policies and ineligible for funding.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Thank you. Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next one is for endurance. This is for a hotel. Laura, you did this one. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, they're requesting hotels that they're doing these races.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds great. We are partially funding it because there's a $94 per diem rate, and they have 4 rooms. So that's that. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Yep. USG funding staff funds request ID 16331 from Endurance Yukon compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $376.
Second.
First goes to Alex and goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next 4, 5, 6.
Six.
The next 6 are for Formula SAE.
Can I bundle them?
Yes, I'm pretty positive. All funded at 90 because they have
Yep.
dues. And there was a mistake. We're re-voting on 15651 just because there was a mistake in the funded amount that we originally voted on. Not a big deal. We're just re-voting.
Really?
Yeah. You put $1,777.
Oh my gosh, I made a boo-boo.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. Hold
Not a
on.
big deal though. So we're good.
Okay,
Can I please get a motion for these 6
Can I have a
requests?
sec to look at the I'm looking at it real quick. Wait sec, wire. Okay, since I did these, I wanted to see where I made a mistake. Yeah, I almost gave them almost $2,000 worth of wiring money.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna bundle these. So USG funding staff funds request IDs 15643, 15644, 15645, 15651, 15838, and 16174 from Formula SAE Yukon compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to, drumroll please, $400.75, $615.09, $206.83, $177.04, $437.52, and $121.07.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nice.
Copy and paste.
Any against? Any abstentions?
But I would
Motion clearly passes. 700.
Copy and paste.
Yeah, before 9 will work out.
Did you put in that we're funding at 90% because they have dues?
Yeah.
She's
at
yeah,
some
she's
point.
doing the motions.
Okay. And then for 15651, can you put that we're revoting because the funded amount was wrong, please? I'll give you a
Revoting due to Alex making a typo.
1, 5,
611,
651.
whatever.
5, 6, 7.
It's the second to last one.
It's
Okay.
the third to last one.
Oh, you're right. Whatever. It's for $177.04.
Yeah.
Yeah, revoting due to essentially a typo in the original funding system. It's a lot of wires.
And then that's supposed to have funded at 90%.
Yeah, all of it's funded at 90%. The group has dues.
Oh my gosh, hi.
You okay?
Yeah, we just have a lot of requests for the same developers. Okay.
Oh, if this is global people, they're having a big event.
Yes. Okay, so the next request is for Global Health Symposium, and this request was done by Francis. However, we did grant Global Health Symposium an extension just because their president emailed me. When did they submit the request that you got to look at, 16346?
219,
And how about all the other ones?
218, and the only one that was compliant with the 6-week deadline was 215.
Okay, so they're all compliant because we gave them an extension. So since you initially recommended not fund, it's not a big deal, because I'm pretty positive I only told Vishal the fact that
Okay.
they're supposed to be funded. So we're gonna table this contractual one, but then the rest of the ones will be good to look at. And I'll just send that out for whoever gets to look at it, that it is okay. So
Okay.
not a big deal. Yeah, what's up?
Sorry, why were they giving us an extension?
Because so the president emailed Nikki, and Nikki then emailed me, and they asked for an extension, and I said, sure. So,
What?
because it was like one day. Like, it's not like, and like,
Only one? Okay.
yeah, and I think they were going through like a transition in presidents and treasurers. So it was like a whole confusing thing, and the fact that they reached out before the 6-week deadline knowing that they wouldn't get the requests in.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
It wasn't
Okay.
like it was after the 6-week deadline, they were like, hey, can I get an extension? And I was like, they had
Okay,
reached
alright.
out prior, and
Sweet.
were like, we won't be able to get these in, it's gonna be a day late, can we please? And I was like, yes, because you reached out in advance.
Sweet, alright.
So what's happening?
So we're tabling 16346, so if you could change the verbiage there, that would be great. And can I please get a motion to table this request?
Okay.
Wait, where do I change the wording and I'll change
You're
it?
literally gonna change it.
You're literally gonna like delete and then rewrite.
Delete.
Like just
USG
say,
motions to table.
yeah, just say USG funding staff moves to table this request.
Okay. Well, I can say that in words. USG
Sure.
funding staff moves to table request ID 16346 from Global Health Symposium Org Committee, which has an acronym.
Yeah, so
We'll get back to
say
it later. Yeah, we're just motions to table, move to, whatever you want. Move the table.
Can I get a second?
Second.
please? Thank you. First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes 700. Kelly, in the discussion for this, can you say tabling because they were granted an extension and that wasn't communicated, so we're going to relook at it, or something along those lines. Okay, the next one, okay, we're just gonna do this one first. Okay, the next one is also for Global Health Symposium. This is for their space. Vishal, you did this one, you wanna talk about it?
Yeah, so these were, I think the next few of them are for this event that they're having at the Union.
5 of
But,
them.
well, go ahead.
There's 5.
Ooh.
Cinco.
Yeah, I think they're all for the same event. There's a few contractual and then one rental. And they're holding an event for, I forget what it was, let me see. It's a winning the birth lottery, so it's like a educational thing where they're talking about injustice and whatnot, and refugees and all these different categories. So, it was all good, checked out. She was very responsive to
Awesome. Can I please get a motion for this first request and
That
then we'll
makes
group
sense.
all the contractual.
It's about
ones
genetics,
together.
somewhere before. You want a motion for just 16187?
Please.
Okay. USG Funding staff finds request ID 16187 from Global Health Symposium Org Committee, acronym, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $460.00.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions?
Am I speaking clearly enough?
Yes, you are. Motion clearly passes. 7-0-0. The next 4 are for the same organization. They're all contractual requests and they all work. So can I please get a motion for these 4?
Yep, give me just a moment. I'm reading them. Okay. USG finds request IDs 16286, 16287, 16290, and 16292, all from Global Health Symposium Org Committee, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $500, $250, $250, and $300.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 7-0-0. The next one is for Honors Council. Francis, you did this one. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I looked at it with Nikki and in the title it said it was a networking event, so we get to network with people about their careers and stuff, so that was automatically noted.
Okay, good stuff. Kelly, let me know when you're ready so you can put that in the discussion.
Get the discussion.
And the title of the Global Health Symposium was like winning the birth lottery. What was it? Vishal?
What was it?
What's
Yeah,
the
it was
title
the
of their
bird
event?
lottery.
Bird?
makes sense.
Like bird? Like a bird?
Bird.
Bird. Like
Got it.
birds. To be
What-
birds.
Yeah, where you were bored.
Kelly,
Yeah.
We're just making sure we have it down right.
and then I'll say that you
If
answered.
you details, if you want details about what the
Since you
event
did
is.
talk about it.
It's all good. It's just for writing it down.
No, she was pretty good at providing information whenever I asked for it. She responded like within 10 minutes, like, which is kind of impressive.
Sure.
Yeah, she's my RA, so like I know her. She's great.
We love to see that.
Yes, we do.
Oh, I really went overboard with this.
You're doing great.
We love being overboard though, because more information is better than less information.
Knowledge
Oh,
is
no,
power.
no. I
Or
was,
you
I copied the discussion a little too much onto the
Well, it's okay. The discussion for this request though, 16179, is that we do
Okay.
not fund networking events.
This is Francis.
Yes.
Yeah, it's for networking currently.
Can I please get a motion to not fund this request?
USG Funding staff finds request ID 16179 from Honors Council, not compliant with funding policies and ineligible for funding.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Francis. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 7-0-0. Francis leaves the meeting at 5:36. Okay,
Where do I put that?
just put it underneath the request between this request and the next request, please. Bye, Francis. See you soon. I'll send an email, hopefully tonight, about the request for next week.
Is there
Francis, we're working on reimbursements this week, and only
Please.
reimbursements.
Okay. Holy cow, there's so many reimbursements.
What time is it? 5:30?
5:36.
F. Young has
Okay,
left the building.
so the next one is for Hurling Club. This is a space request. Alex, you wanna talk about it?
Sure, this is an interesting one. So I don't know if I understand what hurling is at all, but I know it's a sport, and they explain that there are very few places that will allow like hurling the sport to be done on their fields. So this is a space access, like, you know, it's like going to an ice skating rink. It's a specialty location. So they're trying to find a place they can do their hurling.
Sounds good.
And that's all there is to it. It's a space. It sounds like, based on what they said, there's nowhere on campus for them to go. I think like they must have damaged the fields or something while they're hurling. What the heck is hurling? I'm gonna Google it.
It's an Irish sport.
Oh right,
Kind of like lacrosse.
Do you want another one,
but not
Derek?
really.
right, okay. Yeah, there's just very few places that will let them do it. So
and we're funding it at 95%? Question
yeah,
mark?
I had to. I believe I asked them. If you want me to check and see when I emailed them, I will.
No.
Okay.
We could do a little contingent on whether they're don't have caps and cuts and
Yeah,
tracks
it
and
depends.
stuff.
Did I write in the notes on that one?
Yeah, you said pending if the club has caps, etc.
Yeah, did I write in there contingent upon?
No, you said pending.
Okay, I was waiting for them to respond.
Yeah.
Hurling Club. Here we go. Actually, they emailed me back on Saturday.
Okay, what
They say we do not have tryouts, cuts, caps on membership. We do not collect dues, but if there are large events, members are usually expected to pay for themselves. I don't think that counts as a cap
I don't think it does
or
either.
dues. That is just the club doesn't have enough money to pay for everyone going to an
Yeah,
event.
I believe that. Okay,
Let me
so we're funding this at 95% because they don't have any of the aforementioned items. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Sure, sorry, I just wanted to write him back and say thanks. Okay. USG Funding staff finds request ID 15918 from Hurling Club Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $380. Hello, David.
I need a second from someone, please.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Do we still?
Any against?
Oh, yeah,
Any
we go.
abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 7-0-0. The next one is for Huskies for Haiti. I did this one. This is a catering request. I'm pretty positive it's fine. Vishal returned this a couple times and asked for event information, an itinerary, the fact that it's open to everyone, and an updated quote. And when I looked at it, it had all that good stuff. So we're fully funding it. Can I please get a motion for this request?
USG Funding staff finds request ID 16131 from Huskies for Haiti, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $1,300. I have a question.
Yes.
At what point did we go from 700 to 600?
No, shoot.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
I had
No,
to
it's
correct
here,
it.
it's
I'm-
here, I see it.
Last
It
one was
says
It's just
600.
after hurling.
Yeah.
Okay, but also where did Francis this one too?
Yeah. We
No,
didn't.
she was
She
here.
voted for
Oh,
that?
she didn't vote.
She didn't vote for hurling.
No, the one prior to hurling.
She voted for honors council.
Sorry, I'm throwing a wrench into the whole thing.
Okay.
Anyway,
Did you make a motion? Can I get a second?
yeah, I motioned.
First
Oh, I
goes
see,
to
I should
Alex.
just move it to after.
Yeah, just put
First goes to Alex. Second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 6-0-0. The next one is for Husky Bongra. This is for airfare. I also did this one.
Woo.
Okay, so
Was this where they're going to Texas and it's $1 bazillion?
yes.
That's an informal way of saying that went way above the $300 cap we have.
So originally, Olivia initially recommended this, but then the group reached out to bookkeeping and asked it to be returned so that they could make the tickets more affordable.
Yeah, I
However,
think
we
I was
still had to
involved.
cap it at $300. In addition, we also had to cap it at the $10,000 per semester limit. So what I did is I did $300 times the 14 people going, but then $10,000 minus the $6,000 have already been funded is $3,995.85. So that's how much we're funding them at.
I have a quick question before
Yes.
we proceed. They recently rescinded something that would give them an extra like $160. Is that factored in here?
No, it's not. Has there a rescindment already gone through?
The rescindment took place on Friday. I did it myself.
Okay, let me take a quick look to see if
Okay,
that's been-
do you want to look in the system? Okay,
Yeah,
because then
I'll
you can adjust the funded amount like right now.
Yeah. Give me a second. Okay, who is this?
Longer, it's Malika,
Yeah.
Menderata.
Let's see. And what is the request ID?
It is 15679.
Nice. Okay. Yes, it got factored in.
Okay, excellent. Because just it's an extra $160, which is
Yep.
half a plane ticket.
Okay, can I please get a motion for this request?
Yep. USG Funding staff finds request ID 15679 from Husky Bonga, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $3,995.85. I'm sorry, Kelly, to keep changing stuff around.
A second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 6-0-0. The next one is for Indian Student Association. Warner, you did one. This is for equipment. Do you have anything to say?
No, it's okay.
Okay. No cuts, caps, anything like that?
No.
Cool. So we're funding this at 95% because the group doesn't have cuts, caps, charge, or dues or anything like that. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Yep. USG Funding staff finds request ID 16327 from Indian Student Association, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $3,329.13.
What are they buying?
Yeah, that's a lot of money, dude.
They're buying powder for Folia's religious event. They're hosting.
What's legit?
Hold on, I'm hoping.
Powder?
Chameleon colors.
Do they look? Does it look legit, Warner?
Yeah, no, Folia's like a religious celebration.
Oh, is it the one with all the colors and everything, and they throw them?
For,
Yeah.
Oh, that okay, totally, 100%.
or something.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
I don't know.
It's all explained in their request.
Cool beans. Okay, yeah. So Alex motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
First goes to
Holy, H-O-L-I.
what's Alex. Second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 6-0-0.
Kelly,
And
you're
our
doing
minute
great.
taker is AWOL, so I will wait 2 minutes for her to get back.
You take
I
it
just
in
feel
all
like this
the
is a workout. This is so much
Next
work.
time,
I'm, like,
have me do
sweating
it. I've
over
taken
here.
minutes before, not for our club.
So is
our-
Kelly.
What? Honey?
Kelly's also taking minutes.
I said then, like next time, get me to do it.
What?
Proud of you,
I
Kelly?
cannot look at that.
You want Pepto-Bismol or something?
No, I'm good. I
Want Tums?
don't do drugs.
Tums are not drugs.
No,
Don't
Tums
do
are calcium
drugs.
carbonate. Don't put that in the minutes.
Okay, okay. The next one is also for Indian Student Association. This is for a U-Haul. Warda, I remember you asking about this, and you also left a little sticky on my desk, so, like, what's going on?
Okay, for that, that sticky was just like a little note for myself. You didn't have to, I forgot to throw that out.
Okay, no big deal.
I talked to Dawn about it. She said it was okay. We're just gonna, when we create the PO for this, we're just gonna do it after reimbursement.
Okay, sounds good. We're treating it as a car rental?
Yeah.
Cool beans. Can I please get a motion? Kelly, can you put in the minutes that we're treating this request as a car rental request?
Certainly can't be anything else. Yeah, this thing came up in the student group meet, didn't it?
Yes. Can I please get a motion for this request?
I'm waiting for Kelly to type some stuff. USG Funding staff finds request ID 16328 from Indian Students Association compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $19.95.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes 6-0-0. The next one is for Japanese Students Association. This is for equipment.
What do they have
This is, we tabled this. This is the costumes. Francis reached out to the group. They are only using this for Asian night, and we don't fund equipment for single-use events. So can you put that in the minutes that?
Well, would that make it a supply and then we could roll with it or no?
Well, its useful lifespan is over a year, so it would still be an equipment request.
Right, but like, that's just funky.
Not really. They want clothes for one specific event, and we don't fund clothes.
Right,
for
what I
one
mean is
specific
why
event.
can't they use it again, you know?
I know, but they said they don't. They're not planning on it. So.
Okay, never mind. So that would be the way to make it work, and it's not gonna work.
Yep.
Alright, that's that.
So yeah, we don't fund equipment for single events. That's the reason we're not funding this. Can I please get a motion for this request?
USG Funding staff funds request ID 16066 from Japanese Student Association, not compliant with funding policies and therefore ineligible for funding.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes 6-0-0. The next request is for La Unidad Latina Lambda Upsilon Lambda.
Oops.
This is for equipment. Interesting. Okay, so does someone want to take a look at this? Because Olivia did this one, and the note that she put is we could not fund for a single event, and usefulness of product does not exceed 1 year, which means that
Alright.
this would be a supply, which means that we could fund this. So, because like I don't think we don't fund supplies when it's only for a single use, because that's what a supply pretty much is.
Heck, sorry.
So can someone
But
take?
a costume's not considered.
Well, costumes, their lifespan is over a year. So supplies, it's like they're
get,
gonna be
like,
exhausted
plates
within
or
the year.
something.
Yeah, like plates or like sprinkles or like sparkles or something.
Powder.
Confetti. Confetti.
I got it. I'm looking, but if someone beats me to it, that'd be really nice.
They're, asking for funding for balloons.
Okay,
Balloons aren't just
Balloons for
equipment,
what?
they're supplies.
Decoration for it.
decorations for what?
Screenshot. Julie? Yeah, they're like those special balloons.
So like, how do I find them for this? 'Cause
They're
I don't
for
watch
shapeless numbers, you know?
And they're not gonna like use them again, are they? Because like it's a supply. Like we would expect that to last for the year, right? Or under a year.
Yeah, okay.
You're gonna use balloons once. You're not gonna unblow balloons and re-blow balloons up.
Yeah, so Aaron, I don't know if Florida has it open, but they want 8 number balloons.
Like that's fine, right? That's fine. We would fund something like that.
That's a
Wait,
supply.
why do they need 8 number balloons? That's the real question. What does their documentation
They have a
need to
balloon
say?
request description. I'm opening it. Florida doesn't even have to. Give me a
It's
second.
getting fun.
Okay. We plan on using the balloons for our event as a decoration. They'll be placed inside of the ballroom the day of the event and hung up near the front of the stage. These will, of course, be only be a one-time use item. That's fine. No one has to reuse Mylar balloons.
Why are they having numbers at their event? I don't understand that.
It's Noche Dorada, which is a 10th
Oh, it's
anniversary.
their 10-year anniversary.
They're celebrating 10 years.
Okay.
So
well,
is it 2009 to 2019? You know?
So what do we think? guys?
It's a supply. It's a decoration. That's
Yes,
fine.
but I'm pretty positive supplies have to still be integral to the function of the organization or something like that.
I mean, they're having an event to specifically celebrate their 10
10-year
years.
anniversary.
My best
They
guess.
want a balloon that says
Yeah.
10.
Or I bet the balloon is going to be 2009 to 2019. That would make 8 numbers, right? 8 digits. That sounds like that's just part of decorations. The issue is you can't store an inflated Mylar balloon for very long. That's the big difference between that and like a centerpiece.
Okay, so are we down to fund this?
I
request?
say we should fund it. It's Mylar balloons.
Do we know whether they're a sorority, so they have something or other, you know?
Yeah, they have.
So we are going to fund this at 90%. Alex, are you in the request right now?
I am currently. Yeah, you want me to fix it?
Yeah, and then put in a funded amount, please.
Okay, give me
We
a
also
moment.
initially recommended as something. So
Yeah,
that's just mentioned.
give me a sec. I have to remember how to like do my job.
Yes. So Kelly, in the discussion, please, can you change the motion to reflect the correct verbiage? So we're gonna find this request compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to whatever amount Alex finds.
90% of. Why do they want shipping? Why do they have to get their balloon shipped to them?
You know what, sometimes you just gotta get your balloon shipped.
I mean, they're gonna whatever. That sounds like not my problem right now.
Okay.
103 anyone.
That's what's going on right now.
How much?
I'm doing.
Out there.
So the new funded amount is $93.52.
Okay. Is that 90% of 100?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Okay. Can I
have too much to
also
do
put that we're
this.
funding this at 90% because this is a sorority. This group is a sorority. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Yep. USG Funding staff finds request ID 16440 from La Unidad Latina, Lambda Upsilon Lambda, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $93.52. Go away.
Fred, darling.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes 6-0-0. The next one is for Men's Ultimate. They're staying at a hotel. Oh. I just looked at this one today.
We're
Okay.
having troubles over there. I'm finishing updating the funding system.
Okay, cool.
So give me don't make me do anything for just a moment.
Okay. So this request is for a hotel for an event they're going to. However, the group missed the 3 business day deadline as the request was returned on the 25th by Alex. I'm assuming by the end of business, and was resubmitted on March 1st.
Oh my god, this again.
At
Sorry.
2:43 a.m., which is more than 72 hours from the time the request was returned.
Like regardless, right? And not just 2 business days, but also 72 hours.
Yes, yes,
Okay, it would have been 4 business days.
exactly. So we're not funding this. So can I, Kelly, if you could just put that in, that we're not funding this because of the 3 business day / 72 hour deadline. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Sure. USG Funding staff finds request ID 15781 from Men's Ultimate Frisbee Club and Team Yukon Grind, not compliant with funding policies and ineligible for funding.
Second.
Or return.
First goes to
Alex.
Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Why do they want something with $5?
Motion clearly passed. Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes 6-0-0. The next one is also Men's Ultimate. Alex, what's going on with this
I think-
request?
Oh, I made a boo-boo. I know what happened here. So $5 is in there because I did some dumb things. So if you read the spreadsheet, it says, needs discussion. I returned this even though it missed the 6-week deadline because I didn't pay enough attention. It missed a 6-week deadline by 3 days, and it is like a 2-day competition. 1 day is on break and 1 day is not. It's like if we count the break starting on the Sunday, they're going to be there Saturday and Sunday. So I do not know what to do with this request because I set the precedent of treating it like it's going to be funded by returning it to them, but then they missed the 6-week deadline by 3 days. So I'm not really sure what to do.
Okay, well, it's missed the 6-week deadline, although it stinks that we...
Like, I made
gave
a
them-
mistake, and I
Yes.
feel like a dummy, and I feel guilty.
Yes,
So
well, you know what? It's okay. Everyone, I will not sing Hannah Montana. However,
Anyway,
everybody does make mistakes.
No, please sing Hannah Montana.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody
Everybody has.
has
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm putting in $5 because I was convinced it wouldn't let me put in like 0 for saved, you know?
It does let you, that's how we not fund
Well,
things.
I forgot that I had even put in $5 because that's ridiculous.
So,
You know what? I make everyone more happy to be here. Holy mother.
we are not going to fund this because it missed the 6-week deadline,
Yep.
Kelly.
Wah.
So Alex, if you can go in and
Fix that.
instead of $5, just put 0.
Is this
that'd be
ultimate or
great.
cycling team?
Ultimate 15860. Yes. So can I please get a motion for this request from someone that isn't Alex because she's doing something right now.
I move USG Funding request ID 15860 from Men's Ultimate Frisbee Club and Team non-compliant with USG policies and not eligible for funding.
Thank you. Oh yeah, Kelly, can you
I'll
use the
second.
verbiage in the motion as well, please?
Yeah, I fixed that.
First goes to Fred, second goes to Alex. All in favor say aye.
So why did the wording change? I just. The
I
wording
made a
people above us
mistake.
just wanted it changed.
Oh yeah, why did we go to
Oh yes.
eligible, ineligible?
The business office wanted to change, so we changed it.
Because people are stupid.
No, that's not the reason. We changed it because they wanted to change. That's
I don't mean the
only
business
reason.
people anyway. I mean people probably can't understand us.
Okay, they're not stupid either. So did we vote on that?
You just did.
Motion. Any against? Any abstentions?
Nope.
Motion clearly passes. 600. The next one is for Mock Trial Society. This is for registration. Alex, you did this one. You want to talk about it?
I have a feeling they missed the 6-week deadline because I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's look. Mock trial. They missed the 6-week deadline, 3 days, and of course there is no way to adjust the date funds are needed or the date of competition as this is airfare, that one that I did. That wasn't gonna happen.
Why is it under? No, it's not airfare.
Why does it say? Oh, it's American Mushroom. Sorry.
All good.
I saw American and thought American Airlines.
I also did, and then I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, no, there's no way to push like the event date is not going to change. You know, they cannot change the date funds are needed because that would mean they have to change the event date to you know comply with policies and all that. To put that in more concise terms,
Then we're not funding
They
because
missed
of the 6-week deadline. Can I
Got
please
it.
get a motion?
yeah, give me a second. Gotta switch tabs. USG Funding Staff finds request ID 16047 from Mock Trial Society Yukon, UCMTS, not compliant with funding policies and therefore ineligible for funding.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Is the next one the same thing?
Nope. Any
No.
against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 600. The next one is also for Mock Trial Society. This is also for registration. However, this registration is for a later date. So, this group has dues, so we are funding them at 90%. And this funding is contingent upon the group's qualification to the championship. If the group qualifies, we need them to provide a detailed itinerary, so I will include that in my funding decision. Can you please write that?
So group has dues.
Group has dues, so we're
Funded
funding at 90. Also, this is contingent on the group qualifying for the championship. And we need the group to provide a detailed itinerary if they qualify. Can I please get a motion for this request?
USG Funding Staff finds request ID 16369 from Mock Trial Society Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $270.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 600. The next one is for National Association for the Advancement of Colored.
People?
No, just colored. This is a catering request. Wardy, you did this one. You want to talk about it?
Wait a minute. I don't remember doing this. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it's okay.
If you need me to read what Marta said out of the spreadsheet, I
Yeah,
can.
it just says it's a formal award ceremony with outside guests, and they say the event is open to all undergrads, but the event flyer doesn't advertise so, and we even asked them to include an event flyer. So yeah.
So it's not.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because we didn't actually say to include, because I always say please include the verbiage open to all UConn undergrads, and we didn't say that.
But it's also open to extended more than just.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be interest to the Yukon community. It's an interest to like anybody who wants to come and further the cause that the club cares about.
Okay. Well, yeah. We won't fund this because it's not a broad. We're not funding this because it's not a broad interest to the campus community, and we're just gonna leave it at that. We're not funding this because it's not a broad interest to the campus community.
Well,
Can you put that in the minutes, please? Yeah. Can I please get a motion for this request?
I'm still reading, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes. Please read.
Yeah,
And then-
I'm gonna
Also,
motion.
I think this is NAACP we just don't
It's-
have enough like letters to include it. So
Okay.
just saying.
Yeah. But like, do you have anything to say like regarding the request?
And I'm sorry.
Okay, no, take your time, but like, don't take too much time.
Okay, I'm ready to make a motion whenever needed.
Yeah. Give Fred like a hot second.
I'm giving him a hot second. I'm giving him many of those.
Wait, what's the event again?
Huh?
They're having some sort of formal awards ceremony.
Oh, I see.
Warda's language is not, the event is a formal awards ceremony with outside guests, and her logic is it's not of broad interest to the community. They say the event is open to all undergraduates, but the event flyer doesn't advertise that. An event flyer needs to advertise that.
Well, could we tell him to return it?
So, I mean,
No,
yes, but there's also the fact that it is open to more, like, we do fund events that are open to the public, like, that's something that we,
Or,
But if it's like an award ceremony, only people who you know are going to receive an award. It's like the sorority initiation. Like we didn't fund that because
Yeah,
that's
the
not
pharmacy
open to
sorority one.
everyone.
so,
If it's
Oh, okay.
like certain like family members. That
so are we
actually
all in
do.
agreement that we are not going to fund this
Yes.
because it's not of broad interest to the campus community?
Yes.
Correct.
Can I just
Sure.
put that in the
okay,
minutes?
yes. Alright,
Yep.
I just read. Yep,
All on
I'm
board?
good. Yep,
Ball,
yep,
can I please get a motion?
Yep. USG Funding South funds request ID 15859 from National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, not compliant with funding policies and ineligible for funding.
Should I add in people? Is it?
No, I
No,
just say
this
it
is
so
what
it
it
makes
says
sense.
on the funding
Got it.
system, so we leave it. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 6-0-0. The next one is also for the NAACP, minus the P. It's a contractual request. Wardy, you did this one, you wanna talk about it?
Are you sure it's not the National Council of Negro Women?
Yeah, I'm not seeing two.
Aaron, it's
Oh, I'm
not.
sorry, is it the National Council, oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
Council
national.
of Negro Women. It's not.
Yeah, I saw
Advancement of
national
Colored.
and I just assumed. Yeah, so it's the
Yeah.
National, Council of Negro Women, and yeah, Wardy, you wanna talk about it? It's a contractual request.
It's a contractual request, they're bringing the speaker, she's an, Instagram, she's an influencer, like, she's pretty popular,
Okay.
so, like, it's wise a lot. It's been on their event flyer that is open to all undergraduate students, and, yeah.
Okay, great, as long as everything, it's on campus?
and open to everyone.
Alumni center, yeah.
That's on campus, yeah, on campus, open to, has a flyer that says it's open to everyone,
Got it.
broad interest to the campus community, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're fully funding this, can I please get a motion?
Wait, can we view how many people are watching us right now?
Can we view how many people
Are
are
we
watching
live?
this right now?
Yeah, can we?
It's not a live streaming, so
Oh. Is it ever gonna be a live stream?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, I was curious.
Okay, so
can
I
I
can
please-
go back and watch this and see.
You
what
get
I
to see me
saw.
eat lots of donuts.
Yes,
Motion time?
can I please get a motion?
USG Funding Staff funds request ID 16391 from National Council of Negro Women, Inc., compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $7,000.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred, all in favor say aye.
Aye. Stop appropriating.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 6-0-0. The next one is for the Poly Students Association.
Yee.
This is, finally, we are ready to vote on this request. Hi.
Hi, long time no see.
Yeah, I know, it's been so
Yeah,
long.
how you doing?
We're in a meeting right now, so if you want
I
to not speak,
apologize.
no, it's okay. Nice haircut.
You're on
Um,
TV.
Okay, so we're finally voting on this request because we tabled it because we didn't know where the funds for Asian Night was going.
Yep.
They're going to the Asian American Cultural Center, so that's totally good.
Yep.
The group does not benefit from the admission that is being charged for this event, so we will fund this request. We're partially funding it at 95% pre-tax. And that is $253.07 times 95%, which is $240.42. So can I please get a motion for this request?
Sure. USG Funding Staff funds request ID 15945 from Nepali Student Association compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $240.42.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 6-0-0. The next one is for Outing Club. This is for registration. We are not funding this because the group missed the 6-week deadline. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Give me 6 week deadline.
USG Funding Staff funds request ID 16418 from Outing Club Yukon not compliant with funding policies and therefore ineligible for funding.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 6-0-0. The next one is also for out, actually, the next two are for outing club. They're both registration requests. One was done by Olivia, one was done by Warda. One done by Olivia, we're partially funding at 90% because the club has dues. So if you want to copy paste that for both requests. And can we make this request contingent upon the group attaching a list of attendees once they are confirmed?
Okay, so
And then, Warda, you want to talk about the second one?
So the one that I did, they're asking for fees to go mountain climbing. So for that, it looks familiar. I remember looking at the clip like this last semester. So they said it was pretty successful and only bringing a fair amount. So yeah, thanks.
Okay, great. So I feel like I just want to copy and paste the discussion from the last request for this one. Can I please get a joint motion for these two requests?
yep, USG Funding staff finds request ID 16417 and 16419 from Outing Club Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for $1,656.00 and again $1,656.00 respectively. Same thing, same sum twice.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 6-0-0. The next one is for paintball. Alex, do you want to talk about this one?
Oh gee, which one was this the one? Okay, so they're just buying supplies, like they're just buying a whole lot of paintballs, and they gave us the 3 vendors as required for equipment and supplies, but the only thing they practice at a place called Matt's Outback Paintball or whatever. So the only place they're allowed to buy, like at Matt's, I can't pronounce English. At the place where they practice, they must use paintballs purchased from the practice venue. So they gave us the 3 quotes, but they can only buy, like their preferred vendor, the only option is the place where they practice anyway. So it's fine. I believe they have tryouts.
Okay, we're partially funding at 90 because the group has tryouts.
Now, are these paintballs like they're consumable or?
Yeah.
So should this be supplies?
Really, I think it's
I don't know if it's going to be within the year.
Yeah, I don't know how long how fast I think they might have mentioned it in there, but how quickly they go through paintballs, I don't know.
Let's do it as a supply because they are consumable.
Well, if it's
Yeah.
like a one-time use.
Yeah, like it's gonna be kind of hard to track. Like, what are we gonna do? Track how many cases?
Exactly, yeah. So
I don't
Kelly,
really know how to
put
do it.
in that we are going to fund this as a supply, which doesn't change the way we're funding, but it'll change my decision. So, change the words of my decision, not a big deal. But yeah, so they got the date that funds we needed to change, which is what we needed from them, and we're partially funding at 90%. Can I please get a motion?
USG Funding staff funds request ID 16008 from Paintball Club Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $9,000.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye. Any
Aye.
against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 6-0-0. Okay, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are for Phi Beta Sigma. Vishal, you did all of these. Do you want to talk about them and why we're not funding them?
So I decided to not fund them all because they were all networking based events, or one event that was also networking, and they said it in their description to use the word networking specifically.
Cool.
Okay, wow. I don't have anything else to say about that?
It's
No,
not working.
That was pretty straightforward in my opinion.
Yeah, that's
Great.
it. Cool.
So Kelly, for these 6 requests, we're not funding due to networking. Can I please get a motion for all 6 of these
Yep.
requests?
USG Funding staff finds request IDs. Where do we start?
ZZ.
16249, 16252, 16253, 16254, 16255, 16256. Not compliant with funding policies and therefore ineligible for funding money.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 6-0-0. The next 2 are for Polish Cultural Society. Interesting.
Check the
Okay,
notes.
we
There's a
are
lot going on
not
here.
funding these requests And the note that Olivia has is that the group is using admissions costs to fund the same event for next year.
That's
So I
kinda
guess they're charging
suspicious.
admission, which is why we're not funding this.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's weird because they're saving money, like they're saving up money for next year.
yeah.
Like they're using USG funding so they can save for
There's
next
also
year.
the fact that Nathan Hill technically isn't considered on campus, but we
Hmm.
might be considering it on campus for right now until it's privatized, just because students live there.
Yeah.
That's
Right now, I mean, if students live there, it's on campus.
Yeah.
It's considered on campus.
That's on campus housing, yeah.
Yeah, if you could use on-campus housing like the website to live there, it's
Yeah.
on campus.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
funky, but it's owned enough by UConn. I think it should be on campus.
But if
That will eventually change.
yeah,
Yeah, we're
I
supposed
think it's
to
being
sell the
privatized
hotel.
like next year or something like that. Like you want students aren't able to live in Nathan Hill this upcoming year.
Yeah, they want to sell it, which sounds
Um,
good first of all, but
Yeah. So yeah, believe the reason that we're not funding this is because the group is charging admission. Can someone please check that for me? This
yeah,
is
give me just a
cultural,
moment.
cultural. Who am I? The
Yeah,
Polish
it's-
Cultural Society. Can someone just look
Group
to see?
is using admissions costs to fund the same event for next year.
So they're charging admission.
Therefore, they're trying to keep money.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that like they actually said that in their request and like.
Oh, okay. If you want me to do that, it's gonna take me a second.
Yeah, just take a hot second.
I'm taking a hot second.
Marvelous.
Heck, sorry.
I
I'm
would just like
having
to point
troubles.
out that I had another call at 6, but it got canceled, so this is
Woo.
perfect.
Who's calling you?
It's something for Perk.
Aha, safe for. Everyone remember to vote tomorrow.
It's true. I'm gonna vote as soon as I wake up. Just joking, but I will still vote. Oh, I probably should have
Yeah,
put on more
The
funding
exact
workshops.
verbiage is the last sentence of their funding request summary, at least for the first one. Admission collected at this event will hopefully be used for future years Zabawas, whatever. I can't speak Polish.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, they literally
so
said-
they charge admission. That's why we're not funding both of these requests.
Yeah, bro, we
And
can't
we
do
don't
that.
fund things where they charge admission. So can I please get a motion for these two requests?
Yep, give me a sec. Okay. USG funding staff finds request IDs 16394 and 16395 from Polish Cultural Society not compliant with funding policies and therefore ineligible for funding.
A second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
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 Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes 6-0. Okay, we are going to table the next two solely for the reason that Vishal, future reference, if a group is requesting equipment from the same vendor, it has to be in one request.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a big deal. We'll just return the request and ask the group to combine the two, and that will be that. So can I get a motion to table these two requests for Polo Club?
Sure. USG funding staff motions to table request IDs 15798 and 15799 from Polo Club Yukon.
Let me know when you got that figured out.
Kelly's working on it.
Oh, I need to get a second. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
First goes to Fred. Nope, you're Fred. First goes to Alex. Second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions?
Fred, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
But you weren't
Sick.
feeling well.
Motion clearly passes 6-0.
Yeah, you look kind of flushed.
Kelly, let me know when you're ready. Okay.
I'll also update you since I'm watching Kelly work on the draft.
Cool. Thank you.
Of course.
What group is this? Special program.
So I have to change the wording to table.
Yeah,
Yes.
USG funding staff motions to table
request ID.
request ID from Polo Club Yukon. You can just delete the compliant from funding policies, as I just highlighted for you. I'm obviously not going to edit anything, cause no trouble here. Into the funky sound.
Coolio. Okay.
You're doing great. You're doing amazing. Sweetie.
Honestly, this is great typing practice.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Honestly, an awful typer.
Type to learn 2 is quaking.
Type to learn.
Do you remember type to learn?
I don't. Kelly, how's it going?
It's coming in a second.
Okay.
She
Awesome.
has fixed 1 of 2.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start talking because the next one's not fun anyways. So the next one is for Special Program and Medicine/Dental Society. We are not funding this because the event is not, it's a catering request. And the event is not open to everyone, just pre-med and pre-dent students, and it is a networking/career advancement event.
That's like a double.
That's a double whammy. So Kelly, if you wanna write that we're not funding this because the event is not open to everyone, and it is a networking event, networking/career advancement event, that would be marvelous. Can I please get a motion for this request?
USG funding staff finds request ID 16433 from Special Program in Medicine/Dental Society, not compliant with funding policies and ineligible for funding. I can't talk, it's been too long.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred.
Me too,
All in
Fred.
favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes 6-0. What just happened?
She had a formatting
copy
trouble.
and she pasted the wrong thing.
Well, that's
and
silly.
pasted it.
Okay, the next
At least I
one
have
is
the shortest
for
last name
Steel
here.
Bridge Design Club. This is a revote. The reason we are revoting is because
No, it has a
we
revote.
originally voted to fund them
Yeah, I
at
have
95%, and they
40,
should have been
everyone
voted to fund at 90%. So we're
What's
just
the deal?
revoting.
Wait, what is the deal with Steel Bridge? They have what?
They have, they're just open to civil engineering majors, I'm pretty positive.
Their treasurer is a mechanical engineer.
Okay, well then maybe, Warda, why are we revoting on this?
I think he's mechanical.
This one's supposed to be combined with the other request, like they're both registration requests for the same event. And that other registration was only for people who were going to that event, and that was funded at 90%.
Oh, okay, so it's not the fact that they have cuts and caps and dues, it's the fact that we're funding at 90 because only specific people are going to this event in a club.
Oh,
The
it's
event
because
is-
they're going on a trip.
Yes. Wait,
Wait, that doesn't make sense
yeah,
either.
do we,
No,
Wait, what?
no, trip. Is it registration for trip?
yeah.
Then it's 95% if it's still open to everyone.
Yeah,
it's
the club is,
90%.
did we email them? Do we know if they're open to
Do
everyone?
you want me to call their treasurer?
Yeah,
Wait, well, we're not that much friends. I'll text them though.
So
okay.
does that mean the other request should be revoted?
Yes, I think,
95%?
yeah, I think if they don't have cuts, caps, dues, whatever, then we should vote to fund that, the other one.
Even if the event is capped.
Yes, because that doesn't matter, the whole, registration isn't open to everyone anyways, like it's open to just the group. The whole point of the 95% is the fact that, if a club is open to everyone, they get a little bit more funding, cause it gives more people the opportunity to be able to go to the event.
Don't know how fast I'll get a response.
Yeah,
I
no,
can
that's
also
fine,
make a
so
meeting.
what we're gonna do is
Table.
we are going to delete this from the minutes.
Okay.
Because we're not re-voting on this. However, the other one, Warda, next time you come into work, can you, or just send me a quick text message of the request ID for the other one, and we'll re-vote on that on Friday. So yeah, we're not funding this.
Okay.
We're not voting on this. There's no not funding.
Hello,
It's
Damani.
fine.
We're having
Hi,
a funding
Damani.
meeting.
We're being videotaped, yes, just
UCTV transparency.
Feel free to walk by and smile.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't want to get on your.
Give them your beautiful
Um,
smile. We have
okay.
donuts.
The next one, okay, do you want donut?
No, I have to run.
Okay,
I'll come
great.
back
See
to
you
the
later,
donuts.
dude.
Okay, that's nice.
Come
I'll leave them
on,
here,
exit
dead ass
chat.
though. Oh,
Great funding. See you later.
actually. The next one is for swim club. This is for Les. Francis did this. We are, Oh, okay. So, the preferred vendor was a little bit more than their lowest priced quote. So we're partially funding this request at the lowest priced
Is
quote.
this one of those where are they going overnight somewhere?
Probably.
Because I remember this happened with Honors Cross State Borders. They wanted a more expensive bus, but it's because that company included like a hotel room and food for the driver.
Oh, well,
Is this
you know
one of
what? We
those?
funded the lowest price, so they can get
Okay.
whatever they want. Yeah. So can I? The difference between this is $10. So it's not the biggest
Oh, okay,
deal.
it's not a huge deal.
Yeah. Can I please get a motion for this request?
USG Funding staff finds request ID 15778 from Swim Club Yukon compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $1,840.
So, yeah, I just want to say I think in the future we should consider hotels and meals for the driver, just because.
I don't think so. I think the thing is, like, there's nothing in our, like, we don't not fund that.
Yeah.
But if one bus company includes the fact that they have hotels and meals for the drivers and one bus company doesn't, like,
I feel like
that's
it's
the
up to
difference in
group
the
to
price.
explain.
Like,
Okay.
like we fund, like, if the lowest price quote includes the hotels and meals for the driver, we fund that. Like, there's
Yeah.
there's nothing that says, like, we can't fund that.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether it's included in the price of the quote or not. So, like,
Okay. Well, we can talk about this later.
I mean, no, we can talk about it now, because this is
Really?
sort of,
Okay.
yeah.
This is a good time
Well,
to
let's
talk
just
about it.
okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's at least partially up to the group to explain, advocate, whatever, for why they want the more expensive quote, you know?
And then we can sort of decide from there, but.
I would like to think they
Okay.
understand what they're doing when they ask for the cheapest quote, which doesn't have a hotel room for their driver, and they happen to be going overnight.
I just think, like, maybe the bus company, like, either doesn't make the group pay for the hotel and the meals for the bus driver.
Yeah, maybe
that's
it's like a
figured out with the bus
Oh,
driver.
I
Like,
see.
there's a whole other behind the scenes thing that we just don't know about that I'm sure he's not just gonna be sleeping on the side of the road or something.
Yeah.
Like, if that was the case, we'd be like, ooh, let's fund for this other guy, because
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
do that.
No, all right. Sure.
Yeah,
Okay. I was
that's-
just confused where.
no, like, there's
that
nothing in
stuff
our
was
policies that's like, we don't fund if they include that. It's just one quote was priced lower than the other. That's the
Okay.
only difference.
Sure.
So this is for Swing and Blues we're talking about?
No, we're still talking about swim club. So Alex, you motioned, can I please get a second?
Second.
Okay.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 6-0-0. Next one is for Swing and Blues, this is for a hotel. Alex, you did this one, you wanna talk about it?
I have to look and see what's going on. I don't know where they're going. They're going somewhere.
Probably to Boston.
Yeah, they're going to a Boston thing. The club's open to everyone.
Yes.
So I was hoping Steel Bridge got back to me. So, I think they're funded at, like, all the hotels they suggested to us are more expensive than the per diem rate, so they're capped at the per diem rate times however many rooms they want. Let me check it and I'll read you the words.
Why are they being what?
What? Wait, is this hotel or am I crazy?
Why are they requesting $1,117 but getting $1,177?
I don't know. Let me look and see what silly stuff just went down. And it's obviously me being a goof. Hold tight. 16010?
Yeah, 16010.
Alright, what ridiculousness did I do? Okay. Hold the phone. Yeah. Oh, no, they get the full thing and the per diem rate is more than what they asked for.
Okay,
I
so can you
spoke
change the
wrong with
funded
my
amount
mouth.
to be 1117? Kelly, did you catch that?
Oh, I made a mistype. Let me fix that.
It's
And I'll fix it in the funding system. You fix it there.
$1,117.
I wrote too many ones. Oh, 1117.
Can you
Okay,
also
anyway.
fix your initial recommendation?
Yeah, I'm doing
please?
it right now.
Perfect. So can I please get a motion to fully fund this request?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
I move, or USG Funding staff finds request ID 16010 from Swing and Blues Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $1,117.
Second.
First goes to Fred, second goes to Alex. All in favor say aye.
Aye. What
Any
sloppy
against,
work I
any
did do.
abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 6-0-0. The next one is for Tap Club. This is a registration request. Vishal, you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, I think this one was for a dance class thing that they're going to in New York. And I asked AK, she said that's fine, we can fund that stuff, so I'm funding it.
Perfect. Okay, so we're funding this at 90%, Kelly, because the team has cuts and dues.
It's Tap Club, not Tap Team, though.
Yeah, there's no such thing as Tap Team.
What? Thought we had Tap Team.
Nope, just Tap Club. So yeah, that's it. Can I please get a motion for this request?
USG Funding staff finds request ID 16192 from Tap Club Yukon compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $911.95.
That's not the one we're talking about.
God darn frickin'
You said
pants.
due to caps?
Caps
whatever.
and dues.
16191. I tried, okay? Can I bundle them or no?
Nope.
Okay. USG, let's try again. USG Funding staff finds request ID 16191 from Tap Club Yukon compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $633.60.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes. 6-0-0. The next one is also for Tap Club. This is for a bus. Ward, do you want to talk about this one?
I'm okay.
Awesome. I'm gonna guess it's the bus to take them to New York, maybe? Or it might look like a little bit different thing. Either way, it's whatever. Looks good. Can I please get a motion?
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Question. Can someone look at these two requests? Because if this is for the same event, why is one date the funds will be needed, March 30th, and one date the funds will be needed, April 13th?
Oh, that's fun.
So can someone take a little gander and check out what we got going on, if they're for the same request or not?
Mine is for, they're going to New York City on April 30th.
Okay.
Although we do too have a Tap Team.
For their private master class,
Okay.
their dance class.
How about the registration? When is that one for?
3:30.
Any registrations due beforehand?
Yeah, is the registration
Says registration and fund dates will be needed as 3:30.
but when is the event?
I'm looking.
Okay, thank you.
Is the event for a private master dance class?
Is this a master dance class, Fred?
I don't see master dance class so
Okay.
far. It says it's for Saturday, April 13th.
Interesting.
Oh.
So it's totally fine. Like it's
It's
fine.
just we're just saying
they're
it's
just
not.
they're just putting the funds in early so they can get them. I mean, as long as it still meets the 6-week deadline, like we're totally good to
Wait,
fund
wasn't
it.
the other one April 30th?
April 13th.
Oh.
Yeah.
Heard
So
about
yeah.
30th.
So these are for the same event. These requests are for the same event. I guess they just submitted one earlier and then decided that they needed a bus a little bit later. Not a big deal. Can I please get a motion for this bus? Did we already motion?
I accidentally motioned.
Okay, we'll give you
USG
a
funding
motion.
staff
Thank
finds
you.
request ID 16192 from Tab Club Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $911.95.
I second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 600. The next one is for Travel Model UN. This is for a hotel. Francis did this one. We are capping at the per diem rate of $165 with a maximum of $990. Can
Where are
I
they
please
going?
get a motion from, they're going somewhere. New York City.
Okay, yeah,
I'm guessing the request after this is the registration for the same event, which isn't a big deal, but yeah, can I please get a motion for this request?
sure. USG funding staff, you want me to bundle or
No, just do the first one.
USG funding staff finds request ID 15944 from Travel Model UN Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $990.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 600. The next one is also for T-Mun. This is for registration. Vishal, you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, I think it's for the same, might not be this actually. You said the last one was from New York, right?
Yeah.
Alright, this one is, let me just make sure I'm getting the place right. It's a 5 college model UN conference. I forget where it was, but they're going and we're funding for everything, not the late fees, because they are in the late fees category right now. If they're funded,
Do we
or if they
fund?
pay for
late fees?
registration.
No, we do not fund late or rush fees.
We don't? Okay.
And
in
yeah,
policy.
we don't. So I just subtracted whatever the late fee was from the original fee, or from the current fees,
Mhm.
and we were gonna pay for the originals
Okay,
at 90%.
gotcha. We're funding at 90% because the group has tryouts, I believe, question mark?
Something
T-Mun
like
has
that.
dues.
Has dues, they have dues. Cool beans. So yeah, we're funding at 90% because of the dues. Can someone just take a quick look, make sure that this is the request at the hotel? Because like, I just want to make sure that we're not just funding them for some random hotel.
Travel.
Yeah, the hotel one, just to make sure that they're going to the 5 college, whatever the
Holiday in New York City, Lower East Side.
yeah.
What the hell is it? Oh, they're going to NYU. Okay.
Is that what the,
No, it says Holiday Inn.
Well, they're going to a Holiday Inn, but like it's in the Lower East Side, and they're going to
and the competition that they're going to is also in the Lower East Side?
yeah.
Okay.
New York University is Lower East Side.
Perfect, okay.
My point was the hotel and where they claim to be going for the event are in the same place.
Perfect, that's all I needed to know. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Just a second. This is
15610.
Triple P.
Yes, no, triple Q.
What?
Yeah, we
No,
already did
Q is
triple
Wildlife Society. What are you doing?
No, Q is, oh. Well, you're looking at Kelly's
Yes, knock it
notes.
off. We deleted
Yes.
something.
Yes, we did.
USG funding staff finds request ID 16106 from Travel Model UN, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $702.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 600. The next two are for Wildlife Society. These are both
Nice.
registration requests. Two different events, but Warda did both of these, so I'll let you talk about them, Warda.
Hold on. Yeah, they're, I honestly don't remember.
I think we need to change the amount funded for 16454, because Warren, what you did is you did the amount of the tickets times 8 people, which is correct because we only fund 8 undergraduate participants for conferences. However, we also then need to fund that at 90 or 95%. Do we know if this group has cuts, caps, dues, anything like that? Can someone-
I'm gonna pull up that spreadsheet.
Yeah, can someone do a
It's
little
taking
check in
sec-
action?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if it's in the spreadsheet. Otherwise, we're gonna have to email them.
Yeah, or I can check your contact as well.
True. Wildlife Society does not have any limits.
They say that's in the spreadsheet?
That's in the spreadsheet.
Great, okay, so, can someone go into the funding system for this request and change the amount of funds that are needed to 1,200?
Can you tell me the?
Yes, it's 1,140.
No, what request ID is it?
Oh yeah, 16454.
Is it 90 or 95?
It's 95.
Hello, scroll. It is in fact 95. All right. Tell me again what it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be $1,140.
1140.
Yes, and if you can put in an initial recommendation that says that, that'd be great.
I'm editing Warda's.
Great.
One.
And then the next one, we are also gonna change the amount funded because that's gonna be funded at 95%. So if Alex, you can go in after and change that one as well, that'd be pretty baller.
Oh, you want me to fix the other request?
Yeah, because that's gonna be $580.03. Kelly, are you getting these numbers?
Instead of 576?
$549,
Okay, that is,
16370.
yep.
And if you could change the initial recommendation as well, that'd be cool.
This one was listed at 90%. Okay.
Yeah, we want 95.
Okay, can you read me the sum again?
Yes, nope, that's so wrong.
Money.
$580.03.
580.03.
03?
03.
Yep,
Got it.
Okay, can I get a joint motion for these two requests?
gladly. Let me save. There we go. What the frick? There we go. Alright. USG Funding staff find request IDs 16454 and 16370 from Wildlife Society Yukon chapter to be compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to, the first one is $1,140, the second is $580.03.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Oh.
Any against,
Who
any
takes-
abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 600. The next one is for women in
Can we
math.
pause?
Yes.
Steelbridge Club is in fact has no CAPS tryouts dues.
Can you please put that in the spreadsheet, and when we vote on the other request, we will vote to fund it 95%.
Still, actually, wait, why does it say that in the spreadsheet says that they do have,
I think I changed that today because I thought that they were just open to,
no,
yeah.
Oh, let me find steel.
I just fixed it. Just Control F, dude. Use Control F to keyboard command and
Okay,
search.
so, the next request we're voting on is Women in Math, Science, and Engineering Club.
Wait, did you say?
This is a request for catering. It is for a banquet they are having. We are going to fully fund this request. However, Francis says we need to discuss the flyer, and I'm looking at the flyer right now, and it does say that it's open to all UConn students. So are we good with that? What does everyone think?
Undergrad students?
It hates you. And me. I mean,
Oh, well, I don't think that's the biggest deal because they are literally going to be blasting this everywhere, like Daily Digest, Facebook,
I mean, it's under S, right?
around campus and stuff like that. Like I
was it?
I
Oh, it got
don't
deleted.
doubt that
Did
they
we
are
delete
going
the
to-
Steelbridge thing right out of the worksheet today?
Yes, I deleted it.
Oh, that's why you're so smart.
So yeah, I think it's okay. I believe things have been like this small before. I don't really think that it's a huge deal unless anyone else thinks it is. So if they want to
Okay,
talk about that.
What's happening right now? Sorry,
We're
we-
talking about Whimsy's flyer. Francis's concern is that the open to all UConn students is too small.
Open all UConn
Text,
students.
like
Like the little text on like the actual flyer.
Oh, like the way it was written and formatted.
Yeah.
I'm coming over there for a donut.
Okay, do it. So yeah, what does everyone think about that? Do we care
Well,
if it's too small?
also, how are they advertising it? Are they
I
posting
feel
a
like
flyer?
if it's too small, are they gonna, kids gonna see that it is open to all?
Like it needs to be prominent, is what you're
What is
saying.
it?
Okay, then we
It's
ask
a
them to make
banquet.
it bigger.
No, I don't know. Where is the top?
But it also depends on how they're advertising.
They're putting it in the Daily Digest. They're putting it.
So I
they're
feel
doing
like
a
it's.
Facebook
I
event.
think it's fine. In the Daily Digest, if someone clicks on it, they'll
They're
see
going to
it's
see.
open to all students.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. It says in their Daily Digest post they're going to say please join regardless of gender orientation. So like even if it's like even if
Yes.
you're not a woman.
That's
you're
what, so
still-
like, you know, a
There'd
small
be
print,
one
but the
to
other
our-
ways they're advertising it, like.
Banquet for. Who's the banquet for?
Women in Math, Science, and Engineering Club.
Okay.
But it's open to everyone because yeah they're putting it on Facebook and they're putting it on Instagram.
So what's,
Like-
That's what I'm saying. They're really advertising this.
what's
Like,
happening? for
it's
the-
open to everybody.
It's a banquet where they're gonna have a keynote speaker talk about her journey through STEM and
Okay.
stuff like
That's
that.
dope.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So is everyone okay with the verbiage being a little small on the flyer,
Yeah.
even though it's going to be
Friendly
advertised
flyer.
everywhere?
Thank you.
Is everyone good with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone down for that? Can I please get a motion for this request?
USG Funding staff finds request ID 15946 from Women in Math, Science, and Engineering Club, Whimsy, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $1,840.
Second.
First goes, oh my gosh, are we almost done? Oh, this is the best day ever. First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye. Any against, any abstentions? Motion clearly passes, 600.
Thank you, Fred.
The next two are for Woodsmen. They are registration, actually we're just gonna talk about one at a time. First one is for registration. Warda, you did this one, do you wanna talk about it?
Yeah, they're going to, where the heck is that? They're going somewhere, it's just Jack and Yeah, everything there, limited needs and everything's good.
Okay. And they have cuts or caps or tryouts or something?
Woodsman, according to the spreadsheet, does not have any limits. They're 95%.
Oh, so we should be funding.
I did it 90% because, I thought because they're only bringing in a certain amount of people, they're not bringing everyone that we funded at 90%, but.
Yeah, that isn't really what that has to do with. Not a big deal. But if we are funding in the spreadsheet, it says 95. In the spreadsheet, it says 95. Alex, question mark? Cool. So if someone can hop into the
Funding system.
funding system and change this to reflect.
And what's the discussion on this?
We are funding this at 95% because the group has no cuts, caps, tryouts, or dues, and the new funded amount is going to be
For which one?
for 16107. $570, Kelly, and for Alex as well.
Yeah, I'm fixing it
And if you
right
can change the initial recommendation.
570?
now. Yeah,
Yes.
570 for the first of them. I'm working on it. Their presidents are nice. I feel like I see them all the time.
Okay. Can I
And
please
then
get a
what's the 16018?
We haven't talked about that one yet. Can I
Okay.
please get a motion for this request?
Yep. USG Funding staff finds request ID 16017 from Woodsman Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $570.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes 600. The last request we're voting on today is for Woodsman as well. It's a mileage request for the registration, I'm assuming. Maura, do you want to talk about this?
It's all good.
Let me take a quick gander. We're capping it at 500 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What is the deal? Where on earth do we have on paper that the state rate is now, or the federal rate is 85 cents a mile?
It's 58.
It's
Maura, you
85.
Maura, you calculated the correct thing. It just says the wrong thing. So Alex, if you want to change it to say 0.58 in the funding system, because Maura, you calculated the correct thing. It's just you typed the wrong thing, which isn't a big deal. But yeah, I don't know where it says that. I don't know where we get that authority from. That probably not
I'm
everything
looking.
you see
I'm
on
gonna look
camera,
at
but
like
I found it.
IRS mileage rate.
Yeah,
Because I'm kind
that's
of annoyed
just
that it's not
public knowledge. I am assuming, and
There it is.
we
It
should
is.
make it known.
It is
Perfect.
now on the IRS page. You can look it up. You Google like IRS mileage.
Yeah,
It's
great.
there.
Okay, marvelous. Can I please get a motion for this request?
Yep. USG Funding staff finds request ID 16018 from Woodsman Yukon, compliant with funding policies and eligible for funding up to $870.
Second.
First goes to Alex, second goes to Fred. All in favor say aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Motion clearly passes 600. Okay, that is all the new business we have to cover. A couple announcements and discussions. I cannot hold on to a pen to save my life. Okay, first things first. For contractual requests, please be sure to check the resumes. If contractual people cannot do what they are being requested to do, we will not fund them. For example, if someone asks for a DJ and all they've been is a CVS pharmacist, we will not fund that. So,
Oh my
please don't do
gosh,
that.
yeah, they better fix it.
So yeah, check the resumes, like actually. Okay, Warda, I know you brought up this question and there's been a lot of discussion on this because there's sort of been some controversy regarding some requests. So what we're going to do going forward, the 3 business day deadline, we are going to change it to be 72 hours after the request was returned. So once a request is returned, the group gets that email, and I've changed the verbiage in the email to state that you have 3 business days up to 72 hours after this email was sent, in parentheses, to return this request. So groups are knowing that it's 72 hours, so that is the new, it's not going to be till the end of the 3rd business day, it's not going to be like 72 hours and 1 minute, it's going to be, so whenever you return a request and someone else resubmits it, check the actual time. For the example, there was an example today that we're talking about, that Alex, you returned your request, and then it was resubmitted at 2:43 a.m. on the 4th business day. However, I calculated it from the end of business the day that Alex returned it, which is 4 o'clock. 72 hours after the end of business of 4 o'clock was 4 o'clock on February 28th as opposed to 2:43 a.m. on March 1st.
So how do you go back and see when?
So what I did,
someone
I'm going to just assume that we should just assume that we are returning things by the end of business. So,
4 o'clock.
Yes.
Everything has to be in by
Yes.
4 o'clock.
Let's make sure
Yes.
that's in
Got
the
it.
email they get.
yeah, so it should be 4 o'clock by the day, 3 business days after
Got
the
it.
date it was returned.
Sounds good.
Yeah, what's up?
Is this for? Are we obviously not including weekends in this?
Oh, yes, because those aren't business days.
Okay.
And,
I just wanted to make
yes,
sure.
no, 100%.
That happens.
And I think we should
Yeah,
also
that's
be, I've been telling groups that we are lenient during finals week and during spring break because those are technically business days, but like who's really thinking about funding during those days? So, especially for spring break because actually groups won't be able to submit funding during finals week just because, but they can still return requests, never mind. So yeah, hopefully we won't be returning requests during finals week, that would stink. But yeah, so it is now 72 hours after end of business of the day a request was returned.
Is that going to go in the policies?
It's in the email that we are sending out. I can definitely talk to Priyanka about getting that implemented into the policies, just so we are explicitly clear about that. Because there have been lots of people that are like, what? And I'm like, well, 3 business days now. So yeah. Okay, last thing I gotta say is, the debate team was originally funded to go to an event at Boston University and they want to switch it to NYU. The amount that they would be funded is less than the amount we originally funded them. I personally think it's fine for them to just switch, as long as they provide all the information, to switch it to NYU. But I wanted to get your guys' opinion about what you thought about that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no need to revote. Like, I just wanted to make sure that
It's
that
still
was.
something
What day
that's
is it?
allowed.
We're gonna have to do it as a check. That you sent me an email about this, Fred. We're gonna have.
Is this today?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it as a check because the event just happened. But I think as long as everything is okay, because we had already voted on this request, I think we should be fine.
Who's
with
the check
this.
going to?
NYU now.
And they're allowing this check to be accepted
I
late?
don't know. Nikki sent them an email. She's gonna get some information, but I just want to make sure, as long as contingent on us getting all the information that we need, would this be okay with everyone?
Because we can't reimburse.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why we would do it. If they can take a check, then we'll do it as that. If they
Right.
can't, then we will discuss other options if any are possible.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe they could work with us.
But yeah, so does anyone else have any other points of discussion that they'd like to bring up?
Yeah, when are we going to fix the mileage reimbursement rate?
I think it has been fixed.
What?
I think it's been fixed.
You know how, like, we're paying... Did you hear my whole
yes.
argument? That
So
didn't-
I will
okay.
talk to Priyanka about that and see.
Does it say the mileage reimbursement is
Yeah.
overpowered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it dark out?
Probably.
Heck.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other points of discussion?
Yeah, it's probably right.
Okay.
Do you have
I'm
anything to
adjourning
say?
this meeting, Kelly, at 6:40.